It's at once at the SCV. Not risking anything. I'm curious to see when Rhett is going to take this expansion. He's at 500 minerals. I think he could take this natural right here. For some reason, he's not going to. And Rhett needs to take the science vessel down, keep the count low, and Red's actually going to turtle back a little bit and stall for time to get his defilers up and able to destroy. But Hydra is actually going to go right past here. No, he's not. He's actually going to go for the good already. Split. No. Okay, that was actually a good split, I'm assuming. Nope. Fail split. What is happening here? That Zerg is actually going to attack this medic for a long time yet. Actually, no. Hydra is not having any of it. And, yeah, Hydra can go straight to Rhett's third base now. Sorry. With his idle drone of heroics. Yeah, that's what he's going to do, and he's going to take out this third base before the defilers mount up. And that's going to be very bad for Rhett. He needs the defilers, and the defiler mount just going down. But he needs the defilers. But actually, Rhett predicting this is going to go straight through to Hydra's natural expansion. And it might be a base for a base here. 116 food count for Hydra, 108 for Rhett. Traditionally, you want more food count for the Zerg. And these Milks all dying, but actually, Rhett just forced Hydra to fall back to his base, and he's actually going to do some damage here. He's going to take out both bunkers, and a couple siege tanks, and all this M&M force. And this was very good on Rhett. He stalled for time. He forced Hydra to come back to his base and saved his third expansion, and possibly just saved the game right there in that one maneuver. Brilliant. And we see Consume just being researched like 10 seconds ago when I clicked on it. Now Hydra, not having any of his delay tactics, is going to go straight for the third base this time. But he's going to need to wait a bit because, what's-his-face Rhett actually has these siege lurkers on the ledge here. And now he's going to turtle back and still hold this base. Nice Canal needs to start. No, actually, Rhett's going to bring his 99 food count army around and possibly just cut off Hydra's, whatever the hell you want to call him, 106 food count army, but that's not all of it. Just keep in mind, he has some that is natural, in case Rhett decided to backstab him. Now this is very bad for Hydra. He's gonna get cornered. The siege tanks are actually left alone, and this is gonna be horrible for him. He's gonna lose all his forces, all his M&M, well, most of his M&M, a good portion, and all his siege tanks. This right there was the major part of the game, major turning point. Now, as you can see somewhere, where is the factory? Did the factory guy go away? Did it screw off? That's bugging me. Oh, there it is. But yeah, as you can see, Hydra actually has no siege tanks. He just has a bunch of M&M. And when the first defiler comes out, it's just going to be devastating to Hydra. And their first defiler is actually being hatched right now. And now Hydra is going to have some good irradiates. And going to have to have very good versus Swarm M&M micro. And Red is actually going to put down the natural expansion to his third base. So this is going to take his total up to 4 bases. But Hydra somehow is going to go around, and he's going to get 2 bases for 1. No, these lurkers are actually going to defend this base very well. Very perfect positioned lurkers. Oh, I just kind of whistled. Anyways, and Hydra's force gets cornered again, and Red is commanding this game right now. He's choosing the place to battle. He's choosing the point to engage Hydra. That's very bad for a Terran player already. But then he just keeps eliminating Hydra's force. And now Hydra is at 97 food count. Well, actually, somehow Rat went down to 88. But I'm looking for the defiler. And I'm waiting to see some good swarms from Rat, like I know we're going to see. And Hydra pumping off a lot of barracks, though. So he'll be able to replenish his army fairly quickly. But there's the swarm. There's the swarm. But just keep in mind that Red has taken down Hydra's army so many times. If that never happened, Hydra would have a massive force right now, just steamrolling down the throat of Red. And that would just be no fun at all for Red. Their defiler just chilling right here. Yeah. That's Ultraless Cavern, is it not? Please tell me it's an Ultraless Cavern. Hydra's going to go around to this third base, and Hydra is relentless on this third base. This is the massive science vessel cloud I was talking about earlier. You need a lot of skirts to take all that shit out. And now, Hydra being relentless in trying to take down Rhett's expansions. Not going for the natural, which has minimal defenses. There we go. The Scourge almost getting a science vessel right there. That's not going to be enough. Hydra still really wants this base dead, but he's at 126 food count. food count, and Ret is at 100. So Ret, actually, somehow I missed this. I thought it was like a little M&M for us, but Hydra has taken his third base, and it's been running for quite a bit now. It's very well saturated, but not very well defended. And Ret obviously knows this is here because of his Overlord Scout. And Plague, I missed a Plague on the Science Vessel Cloud, so that's going to be devastating. One Mutalisk could take out all those. But, yeah, I think Hydra is positioning himself up here now that I know that third base is right here to protect kind of like up here type area, to protect his third base and here, which is very smart on his part. And Red actually going to make sure that Hydra doesn't take his island expansion here. Very important to know how many expansions your opponent has. And Red is actually not that much higher in food count. But now Red is going to go straight for the third base of Hydra, and he's going to take out this small solitary M&M force. Actually, he's not. Those cracklings actually being pretty much devastated by that force, possibly by a mine. That's why it was so small. But these Scourge actually going to get some. No, the Scourge actually all just died to M&M fire, and then Filer popping from an irradiate. I like how they die, kind of pop. Spore calling up in Red's natural expansion, possibly to defend against the eraser trick that Hydra so covetedly might use. And now Red is actually pumping a couple of Mutalisks from his hatchery. Is this one? Nope. Alright, so he's pumping 2 Mutalisks, most likely to destroy these science vessels. They're very annoying. And I think Hydra might actually take out all these Overlords, and this is going to be horrible for Red. It's going to be the worst thing that's ever happened to him. But now Hydra's force is pretty much cornered. And that's a good majority of his attack force right in that little expansion area. But he got all of Red's Overlords. Well, a good majority of them. And that just sucks right now for Red. He's drop. I missed. Well, I'm missing a lot of stuff today. Alright. So that got but keep in mind that Red did did take out all those Overlords, but the drop did fail. But Red is still quite behind in his production units now. I'm assuming he will be. And now Ultralisk Carapace is about 95% complete. And now big engagement here. Actually, it's just a bunch of mines that I'm seeing. And oh, good mine right there. Kaboom. Ultralisk Carapace is actually complete now. And Red is going to go straight for this third expansion. Try and get the SCVs killed. And now these cracklings are actually destroying vultures. Used to be the other way around one time. Long ago. I'm going to try and keep my eye on the mini-map now. But yeah, I don't think that's many SCV kills, actually. I think they were just mostly Marines. And now the SCVs are going to start dying. And Red is getting back into this game with this massive SCV damage. That was probably 7 or 8 SCV kills. And if he kept that up, if he keeps doing that, he might be able to get back into this with his psi limit here. That he actually is psi locked right now at this present time. Right, so that drop obviously being useless, so I didn't miss too much. These Mulisks are actually going to get this science vessel no, that's a massive science vessel cloud. And they're just irradiating like madness. This is Sparta here. And there's Ultralisk all popping. Now I'm questioning whether it's worth it to irradiate an Ultralisk, because the Ultralisk goes right up to the bio and starts doing damage to them, splash damage. I think it does more damage most of the time than the Ultralisk dies, so I think it's actually cost efficient for the Zerg sometimes. And now we're going to take his 5th base at the expansion with the massive ass ramp. Alright. I want to see some tech. Oh, are we going to see some Ultralisks? Yes, Red is actually going to pump the Ultralisks now. So he's going to be switching into an Ultraling. If you haven't noticed yet, he hasn't been using Lurkers in a long time. And I haven't noticed either. And that medic is going to pop soon. Alright. Ah, my god. See? The irradiation just pops those M&M too. It's not very helpful for the Terran. Okay, it's 144 food count versus 98 of Reds. But he has the Ultralisks that are really powerful. Really friggin' powerful. Now Ultralisk speed is actually just finished researching in about like 2 seconds. The SV is actually going to get it in, and now Hydra knows that this base is here. And he has this massive science vessel cloud. I really feel that Hydra needed to take this science vessel count, keep them low. And beautiful swarm right on top of Hydra's M&M force. And now a science vessel goes down. And plagued M&M just melts the cracklings. That's exactly what's happening. But those fire bats having just enough unit composition right there to take out those zerglings. And some more science vessels are actually going to go down. One more science vessel goes down. And those cracklings are just going to dissolve into buttery fire. I just targeting down those Scourge. Alright. I'm trying that. Oh, I missed this too. See? I just taking up a 6 base. So he's trying to take the entire map while I just at 3 bases. Ret is going to stay at 6 bases right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I